Yo, what's up everyone out there in YouTube land? Grimm's on the beat here, and today I want to talk to you guys about microphones for recording vocals, more specifically rap and R&B vocals. This is my microphone. It's an Audio-Technica AT4040. I've had it for somewhere between 10 and 15 years. I paid around $300 for it. Not the most expensive mic, but it sounds good. And I've never gotten any complaints from anyone I've ever recorded. So, if you're looking to record rap and R&B vocals, what kind of microphone do you need? How much should you spend? Well, you need, well, not need, but I would recommend a large diaphragm condenser microphone. Technically, any microphone that can get the audio into your DAW or digital audio workstation will work. But for a quality vocal, you want to go with the large diaphragm condenser microphone. Yes, they do also have small diaphragm condenser microphones. I'm not going into those today. So you can get USB condenser mics. From what I hear, some of them actually sound pretty good. I can't say for certain because, well, like I just said, I've been using my mic for somewhere between 10 and 15 years, and it's the only mic I have at the moment. So, can't really say from experience. So it might be kind of obvious what my preference is. Standard large diaphragm condenser mic that plugs into a mic pre. Now, you're going to need a mic pre with 48 volt phantom power. This can be an analog mic pre. This can be an audio interface that has a mic pre with 48 volt phantom power. And despite what some people might believe, not every audio interface has a mic pre on it. Not every audio interface has phantom power if there's a mic pre. So look at the specific details of the interface. Make sure it has all the features that you need. Now, today's video is not about interfaces and studio setups, it's about mics. That reminds me, you are also going to need an XLR cable to plug the mic into your mic pre. So, how much does a large diaphragm condenser mic cost? Well, prices vary. You can find them really cheap. I wouldn't really recommend going too much under 100. I think an MXL 990 is somewhere around 80, 75, something like that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. It's somewhere slightly under 100, I believe. I could be wrong. And it's a decent mic, but for around 100 you can get a better mic. So entry-level mics, somewhere between $100 and $300. You'll get a decent mic that can get you professional quality vocals if you know how to record properly. And, after everything's mixed and everything, it'll get you good sounding vocals. If you're just getting started or you're a hobbyist, this is probably where your price point should be at, or that's what I'd recommend spending. Now, been doing it for a while, you know what you're doing, you know how to record yourself and get good quality audio, and you're looking for something to maybe improve your audio quality, then okay, maybe spend a little bit more money, somewhere between $300 and $1,000. Now, it's not going to be a huge jump in quality by spending more money. Okay, there will be a small improvement if it's even noticeable. And then even if you go and spend over $1,000 or over $3,000, you're still not going to notice a giant improvement. Actually, with mics that are in the $1,000 price range and higher, a lot of them tend to be more sensitive than something that's a bit cheaper. Something that's between $100 and $500 is typically made to be used in a home studio. It's going to be less sensitive. Something that costs over $1,000, it's a good bet that it's probably made to be used in a quote-unquote professional recording studio. They're quite a bit more sensitive. So if you're recording in a room that has a whole bunch of background noise going on, that expensive mic is probably going to pick up everything going on in that room. So if you're just getting started, sorry to say that really expensive microphone probably isn't the first mic you want to buy. If you're just getting started, get something, like I said, between $100, $300. Learn what you're doing first. And then when you've gotten the hang of it, then upgrade. Maybe not something that expensive. I mean, hey, if you want to, it's your money, but so when do you need an expensive mic that costs over $1,000 or $1,000 or more? Well, when you get to the point to where you're making a living off your music, or you're making a living recording artists that make a living off their music, then that extra little bit of audio quality that you can get from a more expensive mic makes a difference. Because when you reach that level, there's a whole bunch of things to take into consideration. If you got a really expensive mic, chances are you probably got the mic going into a really good mic pre. You know, so if you combined like a really good mic like a U87 and plug it into a Neve 1173, okay, that's gonna give you, you know, a better sound than $100 condenser mic plugged into a $100 audio interface, if you know how to use it. That's the thing with this audio. Got all this expensive gear out there that everyone is fascinated with. But just because you spend a lot of money on something doesn't mean it's automatically going to make whatever you're recording or whatever music you're making better. It's only going to improve your results, or it's only going to improve your music if you know what you're doing, if you take the time to learn how to use the gear. If you're a beginner and you spend $1 million on studio equipment, but you have no idea what you're doing, guess what? I can record better sounding vocals with a $100 mic and a $100 audio interface than you can with your $1 million studio, because I know what I'm doing. And this isn't meant to insult beginners, it's just meant to illustrate the point that you need to learn what you're doing. Why do you think multi-platinum selling artists pay professional engineers to record and mix their music? I mean, there's plenty of producers and beat makers out there that know how to mix. So why don't artists have their producers that make their beats for them mix their songs for them? Because there's people out there that specialize in mixing. When you get to a certain level, every little stage that can, improve the quality of your music helps. But it all starts with a good source. So, yeah. I've been rambling on longer than I meant to. I hope this helps somebody. Once again, like always, this is not scripted. I'm just sort of spitballing off the top of my head. Some point, I might start writing this stuff out. Said that in a few of my videos already, but maybe at some point I'll actually start writing this stuff out. But at the moment, I'll just stick to what I'm doing. Have a good day, everyone. I'm out of here.